But I couldn't say no because I love coming onto your show. So thanks for having me.
You're our first three-peat guest where you've been on 3 separate times.
It's like SNL. Oh my gosh, do I get a jacket?
Yes, you get a jacket as soon as we get them made by 4680, which we've been promised for years.
Yes.
But I want a picture. I want an autograph with you too.
I know, you gotta come in.
Right?
And we gotta get
I love wrestling, so you know what I mean? I'd love to have
you brought
pictures
that up
with you all.
last time and you're bringing it up again, so you really want to get in the wrestling talk, which I'm happy to do, but I mean, we're talking about the big show Saturday, and that's going to be your show, my man.
Yes, it's Survivor Series, right? No, I'm just joking. That is that day. Everybody wants CM Punk to come back, but you know what's coming back? David Bowie's coming back, baby. Not CM Punk, David Bowie.
Back, and maybe you can paint the Pepsi tattoo when you're on your arm in your performance.
Oh, that'd be great.
Shout outs to CM Punk.
But anyways, so it's this Saturday. We're super excited. We're hosting it at Camp Cataract, and it's a perfect intimate space for something like a David Bowie celebration.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you something. It's not just the band up there. We have like theater sets. We have mannequin head. We have it's the whole theatrical package.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's a low cost.
Do that
it's a low cost.
I gotta say, you guys do that best.
Well, wait till this one. This one we've outdone ourselves.
Music, you guys aren't just musicians. You're not just theater actors.
No. This is exactly what Rob Burke and the boys are known for, is putting on a hell of a show. And I know this one is going to be extra good because you guys, behind the scenes, you think I don't know this stuff, but I know the inside scoop. You guys have been pumping this up for a while now. You're excited about this Saturday night.
Yes, actually, we received a grant from the Niagara Falls Culture Group. They're fantastic. Kim and all of them there on the board, they're fantastic. We've got we have 3 great sponsors that believe in this show. Tickets are already selling really well, which is great.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the max we could probably fit in there comfortably, maybe 65, 70 people.
Wow.
But
where do we get tickets right now?
If you want to get tickets right now, you're going to go on DaniTix, DANITIX.com, or you can just come to the door, and we're accepting cash for tickets or e-transfers. There's no point of doing the whole Square thing because it's just like we don't put on enough events to have to purchase something like that. So we'll do e-transfers and cash.
But I suggest doing it. I suggest 15 or 10 at the door. No,
sorry, it's 15 at the door, and then online it's 10. It still has some fees, so either way you're paying almost the same. Just that's the way life is right now.
Yeah.
But Camp Cataract,
but it's worth it.
Exactly, because Camp Cataract is so intimate. You want to get them in advance because you might not be able to get in.
Well, especially when capacity is only 50 to 60 people. But those are the kind of events that I like, where it's a little more intimate, where I'm going to, into a building that's 50 or 60 people as opposed to being shut out by a few hundred people at a venue.
Absolutely. And I mean, you're going to see everybody's faces up close, face expressions. I mean, Jesse, who we co-produced and put this thing together, he's doing the David Bowie stuff, so he's got makeup ready. He's got these really cool costumes that he's changing into throughout the set. I'm coming in even on the David Bowie set as a in between to kind of play like a different kind of character in it. And then I'm opening up with the Hedwig and Angry Inch songs, which is a huge rock musical called Classic. You either know it or you don't know it or you've heard of it.
Yes.
It's one of those shows.
To be honest, I had never heard of them before. How would you explain their music?
So Hedwig and Angry Inch is actually originated as a off-Broadway show. And then it became a movie. The movie started going around like Rocky Horror kind of, and then it went on Broadway. Neil Patrick Harris won 4 Tonys, or the show won 4 Tonys. He won a Tony Award for...
Okay.
And here's a fun fact. Michael C. Hall also played Hedwig on Broadway, who's Dexter.
Wow. Okay.
He also played the lead in Lazarus, the Broadway musical.
All right.
And one more tie, David Bowie co-produced a production with the main guy of Hedwig in L.A. He put money into it, and he wanted him to join Karen Mitchell to join in this new David Bowie show he had in mind at the time, but he said no because he was burnt out from Hedwig. And he says he regrets it. But I never knew that. I never knew that David Bowie actually has connections to it.
Super interesting and kind of brings it all together.
Yes. Both theatrical, right? So, I mean, think about it. It's almost like $10, $15 for, 2 sets and 2 different acts.
Yeah.
But the universe on stage is going to be the same. Like, We're going to have like a mannequin for Hedwig. We're going to have mannequin heads that have the David Bowie paint on them. Like, so you're kind of getting tied into this like same kind of universe.
You're going on a roller coaster ride. You're enjoying the story. You're enjoying what's going on at the show. Who else is in the band?
Yes.
I got Jeff Hardy. Well, JR. He does a lot of stuff around here. He does solo stuff. Jeff Hardy. He's in Soul 69, I think they're called, or something like Soul 69.
And he's a tag team with Matt Hardy of the Hardy Boys.
We got Jen Downey. She's from Clockwork.
Excellent.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah, Jen Downey. Yep, she's going to play the sidekick character with Hedwig with me, and then she's going to change into a different character for Bowie's.
Amazing.
And then we got Jesse Lamoth, who also plays guitar when we do the Doors and all that. He's doing the David Bowie songs. Who else we got? We got Lee Stewart. He's on bass. We got a pretty big band for this one. And then we got Ben Phelan, who also plays keys for the Doors band. He's playing the keys for this one.
Yeah.
List goes on. If I forget anybody's, because this is the first time we have quite a lot of bodies for this one. The good news too, Camp Cataract expanded their stage. It's actually bigger.
Really?
Excellent.
Okay. So that's news.
Yeah, it's bigger. So, and then when you come in, we'll have the projector going with the poster for the sponsors. Thanks to Niagara Dog Training, Chris Summerfield of Portfolio Realty Group, and the Herbalist Cannabis Store on Lakeshore Road in St. Catharines.
Yeah.
They've been wonderful supporters.
Yes, I'm a big fan of the Herbalist. I spend a ton of money over at the Herbalist, and I'll be spending...
Well, you would know Robbie, Kevin, one of the owners, Max. I mean, they're all great people there.
I actually met my dealer the other day at Tim Hortons, and we knew each other from the Herbalist. But, he's my dealer, my drug dealer.
That's hilarious. And you know what? I was telling everybody in our group, we're so lucky that we still, even during these crazy times of money and funding, that we still have supporters that believe in our ideas. That and they always come out and they're like, they always say how great these events are, and they believe in it. Absolutely. And I don't ask, we don't ask for high sponsorship costs because we understand how the world's going, and they appreciate that. Instead of us, saying, hey, we're looking for a huge amount, they're like, we know we just a little bit of help goes a long way.
Yeah, no, everybody that you mentioned in the group that you're talking about and performing with on Saturday are all humble, down-to-earth people that just want to do this as their passion. And these kind of shows, what I love about these shows is you're not just going in and seeing a show like you would at an ordinary bar, just guys standing around with guitars. And this is a show. This is kind of like if you're going to see Alice Cooper, he puts on a show, a production.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. It's a performance.
Yes.
Not just some band playing.
But the thing is, it's rare in Niagara. I'm not throwing shade, but it's rare to see that here in Niagara. Yeah. So
and I appreciate that because I have a theater background. Yeah. And I can't do, as much as I love the community theater, I can't do the 5-day rehearsals anymore. Yeah. So for us to get together, once a week or once every other week leading up, that is plenty for me. That makes more sense for me. And then I have more time to kind of dig deep into other stuff on the side and selling tickets. I'm not wrapped up in too much to get burnt out.
No, exactly. There's all kinds of things to do.
I also want to give a big shout out to Jesse Lamoth because he came and he said, hey man, I want to learn what you do. I want to learn about producing that. So I've been kind of coaching him through everything, and he's been taking the lead on it. And I'm just so proud of that guy. Not to sound emotional, but I'm proud of the guy because he really wants to do this. And once you said it earlier, no ego, he's so humble. He's one of my great friends. So I'm like, heck yeah. And he's just been kicking butt with this production, with the producing.
Now that you say Jesse, I think he was the one that called him before, so it makes you not 3 times on the show. So you don't get the jacket.
You're right. With the split it.
I tried to say something, but you weren't listening.
No, and big shout out to Erica and Rochelle. These 2 wonderful people in the arts as well. They've helped design set pieces. They've designed costumes for Jesse. They've gone. We have a lot of people involved in this. So
and of course, Jen Downey, just throwing that name out there. Of course, her success with Clockwork, but also with Pink Floyd Niagara, who has put on some major shows this past summer. So that'll be exciting.
And the funny connection with that is that Jay is that our Doors band has played with them twice as well.
That's right.
So it's kind of fun how everyone's kind of connected here, right?
Yes, on the
She's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. That's going to be one hell of a show. I had the squares at wrestling. So where again can you get tickets?
So you can get tickets at DannyTix. So it's DANITIX.com, or come to the door. We're definitely over half sold, which is it's a really good sign before, because as a producer, I've done shows at the Warehouse where you have half sold, and then all of a sudden,
you get a good walk
people
up.
just come in. Yeah. So it'll be busy. It'll be a very busy night, I think.
And I know it's the week before this show starts. But have you already started thinking about the next show you want to do?
You know what? I have a few that I have kind of lined up, and I'll spill the beans, even if they don't fully happen in the timeline I want. I want to do Blue Album with Weezer, but we're all fully dressed like Rivers Cuomo, Bubble Machine. You got the beach balls. You got all these cool props happening for Blue Album.
Yeah.
I want to do another one to possibly help mental health as well, and that would be like an unplugged with like a violin player of Linkin Park songs, and then the last band is Nirvana. The last song's Nirvana. That's another idea that I have.
Well, that would be
and I think I have other ideas coming up, but
because
I don't
of
want
the season that it is right now, have you ever thought of doing a Christmas one?
Me and Jesse have thrown the idea of doing we just haven't done it yet, an Elvis and Johnny Cash Christmas show.
Okay.
So,
I'm thinking, the
not this year, though, but
the Chipmunks and, what's that one that everybody canceled, that song that everybody canceled?
I sang that
either,
not too long. I sang that one years ago at a concert.
That was years ago.
Throw in all those, cool ones, and the Chipmunks.
Never mind.
I also thought about doing
a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Yeah. I thought of also doing a comedy musical cabaret with the most raunchiest, funniest songs that people just pay $10 to get in, and it's just a piano player, but everything is just so clever, but so raunchy at the same time. I think people would just love that.
Old school Dr. John Valdi or whatever his name was. They used to play it at the strip club.
Yeah. I got other ideas. Actually, I really want to do a Billy Idol tribute too. I'd love to do a Billy, because that hasn't been done around here, and I think it'd be huge, a Billy Idol
That
tribute.
would be great too. Yeah. No, your creative mind is really coming to life here and coming into the public.
Awesome.
I love it too, because these are great shows, and this is going to be a great show Saturday night. And what do you think, man? Is CM Punk, is he going to come out Saturday or not?
Okay, if CM Punk, which I think he will, because WWE is very smart.
I think so too.
They know they're playing a little tag here with AEW. They know it's a different market. They know they're still crushing their numbers, but I think Triple H and TKO company now really want to get into the competitiveness. I know how they are with UFC and that.
Yeah.
If he comes back, I really think that WWE's ratings will even, I can't say double, but I think it'll go up even more than I guess SmackDown had 2 million, I think, views last time.
Yes.
If CM Punk comes out for the next year there, or whatever the contract, I can see their ratings even going up more. Yes. Because AEW's went down when he left. So it's funny because people hate him and people like him. So they want to watch him. They want to watch him either lose or get his ass kicked.
Well,
pardon my language.
The locker room at AEW doesn't like him, but the fans like him. No, I think you're absolutely right on all fronts. But further than that, what happens if CM Punk comes out and you're on stage? Are you going to... What would happen to you? What's going through your mind? You're going to miss the CM Punk announcement.
I'm going to wait for the spoilers till I'm done my first set.
Okay. And you're going to be checking your socials to see if Punk came out?
Listen, I'll tell you, I went to the pay-per-view in Buffalo. Or was it Toronto? Toronto was the pay-per-view? I went to that one. And when CM Punk came out, you had people cheering and booing, and I'm like, this guy can still put people around his finger, so he's money, he's ratings, man. If he doesn't come to WWE, I'm not saying they made a mistake because they're still riding their ratings, but it would be the smartest move for Triple H just to sign him for a year, do a 12-month run, have him face Seth Rollins or whatever. It would be a huge moneymaker, man.
I think you're right. I don't think he's as bad as what everybody thinks. I think he's money, and I think AEW, that locker room was just a bunch of whiners that couldn't put up with his old school mentality. I'm just throwing it out there. That's just the way I feel, and I think you're right. And
I think Jack Perry started it. I think I'm going to put it down. He started that fight. It wasn't really,
You need to check out some local indie wrestling.
I haven't been in a while. I did go to the Resolution the last time I was at Meridian Center. I enjoyed myself. myself RVD match was awesome. All those matches were great. And that 4-way or 6-way ladder match, although I couldn't believe they were rookies, as they would say, I think that was the best match of the night.
That was
a ladder
great match. Yes.
You need to come check out Neo Pro Wrestling as well.
Yeah, man, I know Lee named that tune. He's involved too, right?
Yes.
Somehow? Yeah, he's a great guy. We're good friends, actually.
CWF, NWX. NWX is happening this Saturday at 6, which I know.
Oh, I wish I could go to that. You know, I'm going to go to a Neo. Just remind me. I'll come out, because I do love any kind of wrestling. So
February 3rd, Winter Wonder Slam.
There you go. And before we get back to, we'll do one final plug on your show Saturday. But give me. I'm just kind of curious because I think you could do this. Give me a quick little promo on that little bitch, Jack Perry.
Like to talk about him?
Yeah. What he did
I think he was looking. I think this guy was looking for attention. You know, I wasn't there, but for Tony to go on television and say that his life was threatened and all that, I'm like, this is stupid.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? And then yet CM Punk is still selling like crazy amount of merch when he's not even there.
Yes, exactly.
I think in the end that he's not, and because he's off right now, there's no work. I don't think he's the devil guy in the mask, because many people think it is him. I don't think it's him.
Yeah, I don't think it's him either. I think he's just a little bitch that has gone from wrestling, and I love Luke Perry on 90210, but Jack Perry...
Me too.
Yes, his son. Jack Perry is Luke Perry's son, yes.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
And we're calling him a bitch on air just because I think it's good radio.
Is it like this is for real? I need to look this up. Are you serious?
There was a lot of people... Listen, if Tony... I'm not saying Tony could be brilliant, but Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, he could have had this all controlled, and he didn't, and he lost his moneymaker.
Tony's a little bitch
one of his
too.
moneymakers.
Jungle Boy.
He's just a little fanboy, Tony Khan, and his dad gave him some money to run his wrestling company.
I like AEW, but I feel like since CM Punk has left, he's got to get more creative, man, because...
He's a little cute.
You're right. The audience went down, and if they get Punk at Survivor Series, the audience is going to completely go over to WWE.
But if let's just say he doesn't show up at Survivor Series, and I highly doubt this, but I just think it would make my life being on Earth, knowing how works happen.
Yeah.
If the Devil in the Mask was CM Punk, which I doubt it, but if it was, I've said it already. I would shake Tony Khan's hand. I would shake Tony's hand any day. If that is CM Punk under that mask, and we've been fooled the whole time, then I will shake his hand.
I will shake his hand too, but it is kind of cheese to me, you know. But no, I don't know. I'd rather not think that way. I don't know. That's happening Saturday, but also Saturday, one more big push for your show at the Camp Cataract.
Yes, so Saturday, November 25th, 8 p.m. And when we say 8 p.m., we're going to start at 8 p.m., maybe 8:05. You never know, 05. But we like to start when we put our time on the poster. That's just how we go. Beautiful. Not that we're saying we're old dads and moms and all that part of this, but we don't want a late show, so we're going to start at 8 o'clock. Beautiful. $10 online. Of course, there's fees, or $15 at the door, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yep.
And you get Hedwig and Angry Inch, and then you get, which is really well connected, with the David Bowie experience with all the greatest hits. And we do have some few songs from the Lazarus Broadway album, which is David Bowie's musical before he passed away.
Yes.
And we'll probably end a little bit after 10 o'clock or so. It's not a late show, which is nice.
No,
the bar will be open. Kitchen is open. Yeah. And I have one more thing, Jay Moore.
Yeah.
I think me and you have to start a wrestling podcast.
I'm down for it, man. It sounds like it would be a fun thing to do. You're a great guest, and wrestling podcast it is, baby.
We should do it and throw it on YouTube Shorts and stuff, man. People are making money from that. It's insane. People are making money just talking about wrestling.
Let's make some money, because I'm not making any money over here at 468.
So let's do it. Let's do it, Jake. All right, thank you so much for having me tonight.
Yeah, man, and we're looking forward to it. We will see you Saturday at Camp Cataract. Lazarus it is with Midnight Radio, and what?
You suck.
What? Am I wrong? I'm doing enough memory. He said I'm not.
You know what? You know what? Don't worry. I'm going to get on here 3 times so I can get my jacket, okay?
Yes. And the wrestling podcast doesn't count. That's a separate entity.
I know. And hey, I just want to give a big shout-out to our sponsors again, and a big shout-out to Jesse Lamoth for being a kick-ass producer on this.
Right on.
And also Erica and Rochelle on all the background stuff, because you know what? Sometimes these people don't get enough appreciation.
No,
so
great
cheers
job.
To them.
And you're literally getting a theater production inside Camp Cataract. That's amazing.
Hey, for 10 to 15 or whatever dollars, you can't beat that. You can't beat that.
No. That's nothing.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man. We will see you Saturday at Camp Cataract.
Oh, see you there.
Thank you so much. Let's do a little local music again. Small World by Road Waves.
Yes.